Hey guys, here we are today in the inner sanctum of the Holden racing team in one of the more popular areas for people to come visit, the engine shop. It's a very sophisticated area and it's basically where we do all our testing, research and quality control of our engines. It's fully climate controlled, as you can see, so that's basically so we can simulate conditions from Darwin to Tasmania or to Bathurst at any time of the year. Today I'm going to take you through the rest of the engine shop to show you some preparation of what we have to do to get to a race meet. So we've seen the mechanical side of the engine dyno, now here's the electronic side, the controller. As you can see over here, we have 3 screens and a lot of switches and knobs to play with. A lot of it is automated. Now we run a Dynalog dyno, which is built here in Australia, and run the Control Motec software, which every supercar team has to use to tune and run their engines. When we get a fresh engine, we put on the dyno and basically bed in the components, which takes about 45 to 50 minutes. Here we are in the engine shop of the Holden racing team, where we convert bare blocks like this into fully built race engines like this. Every time we build an engine from this stage to this stage, you get a fresh set of NGK spark plugs. We've found great performance out of them over previous generations and work very closely with them to evolve their product. You may notice here that the engines are sealed. We have to supply a specification on our actual engine. Every team has to do that, and then it ends up in this big document called an engine specification document. In here are measurements and weights for every component that's inside this engine. Now, if we have a good race where we win, or a Bathurst or a championship like that, the V8 Supercar officials can take this engine, put it on their own dyno, test the output of it, make sure that we haven't somehow found an extra 20 horsepower, and also they can pull it apart at their own discretion to measure any component they want. Before we can actually pull it apart for its general servicing and rebuilding, we have to ask permission, written permission from the V8 Supercar officials, so we can do that. So our second home away from home is over here in the garage. It's probably where we spend the majority of our time during the sessions, obviously because it's where the cars are, but also it's where all our data station is, and it's basically the hub of where we work at during a race week. Primarily this is where I sit and work. We have essentially 3 screens, one for track feed, one for each car's data telemetry, and then down here I've got my laptop which I can do all the tuning.
So now the engine's running, we let it warm up, just checking a few parameters, obviously make sure it's got oil pressure, which is like your blood pressure, that's the most vital thing for an engine. We'll just let that roll over until we get to about 55 degrees engine temperature. Also, we've got everything laid out quite simply. It's a bit of a system we have going that basically if everything's okay, it's green. If something's wrong, it will go red, or if something's cold, it goes blue. So you can see here the oil temperature's still quite cold, so that's in blue. It's actually where we are, where we're going to start loading up. So we increase the revs. And then we shut it down and we're all done. The mechanics will go dip it now to make sure we get the required level, and hopefully everything will be tickety-boo.